Hello everybody, today back again another video. Alright guys, today's video is going to be about Rafael Nadal. It was a long time ago I did a video about Rafael Nadal, the 22 times Grand Slam champion, the 14th time French Open champion, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, who is at current moment injured and will not play the entire 2023 season. And this video will be exactly like the title is saying, has Rafael Nadal won his last Grand Slam title. You know guys, I have done videos about Federer before Federer retired, 1 or 2 or 3 years before he retired. I did a video, I don't know if you guys have seen it, probably some of you have, some of you haven't. I did a video, have Roger Federer won his last Grand Slam title? I said yes for him, which was a right prediction. He never won one Grand Slam title. He never added more Grand Slam titles in his 20 Grand Slam titles that he ended his career with. I did a video about Djokovic a couple of days ago. Has Novak Djokovic won his last Grand Slam title? I said no. I don't believe he has won his last, but I don't think he has many left. 1 or 2 more he will win, I've said about Djokovic. I was right about Federer. Let's see if I will be right about Djokovic. And now it is time to do a video about Rafael Nadal. Has Rafael Nadal won his last Grand Slam title? Alright, let's get into this. First of all, I believe that he's definitely finished in Australian Open, Wimbledon and US Open. I just can't imagine he will win ever Australian Open again. He won Australian Open last year in epic final against Daniel Medvedev in 5 sets, like we all remember. Even that one, I don't think he would have won if Djokovic would have played. I will be honest with you, all you Rafael Nadal fans out there. This is why I'm doing these videos, to speak the truth as much as possible. I am not biased tennis fan. I am not a biased Roger Federer fan, because you know guys, when Roger was playing tennis, I was a big, huge Roger Federer fan. So I know that we have many Rafael Nadal fans out there and Djokovic fans, and you guys are not always, how should I put it? Some of you are really, really biased, both Nadal fans and Djokovic fans. Alright, anyway, I don't want to get out of the topic here. Australian Open that Nadal won last year, completely deserved. He definitely deserved it. I'm not one of those guys who will say he didn't deserve it. I will not even say it was an asterisk Grand Slam title, like many are doing. But what I will say is, he would have not won that title if Djokovic would have played. Djokovic would have defeated him in a potential semi-final clash, because those two were in the same collision course to face each other in the semi-final before they kicked out Novak Djokovic of the vaccine rules, because we all know what happened to Djokovic in Australia last year. Anyway, Nadal won it after coming back from 2 sets to love down against Daniel Medvedev, and won it in 5 epic sets. And he won his second Australian Open title in his career. And his second after 13 years, because the first he won it in 2009. Alright, let's talk about Wimbledon, a tournament that he has won also 2 times, 2008 and 2010, but a tournament that he has not won in 13 years, since 2010. I don't think he will ever win Wimbledon again, Rafael Nadal. I truly don't believe so. The same thing, like I don't believe he will ever win Australian Open again. The same cases with Wimbledon. I don't think Nadal will ever win Wimbledon again. He will be 38 years old next year. He has not won it in 13 years. He cannot defeat players like Djokovic or Alcaraz. He just cannot. He will not do it. Even though he's actually a pretty good grass court player. He has 5 Wimbledon finals and 2 titles, like I said. and a couple of semi-finals appearances. But still, he will not win Wimbledon ever again. Then we have the US Open, Nadal's second most successful Grand Slam tournament after French Open, the US Open, whom he has won 4 times, more times than Novak Djokovic actually. Djokovic has won it 3 times. Nadal has 5 US Open finals and he has won 4 titles. So the reason why he has won more titles than Djokovic at the US Open is because Novak Djokovic has such a poor record in finals. Novak has 9 US Open finals and he has lost in 6 of them and won in 3 of them only. Nadal has a much better finals record at US Open, 5 US Open finals, and he has won 4 of those finals. Anyway, he has 4 titles there. Last title Nadal won at US Open was 2019, 4 years ago. Will he ever win US Open again? No. No, we will not do it. He cannot defeat. Guys, Nadal will be 38 years old once again next year. He's in his end of his career. His body, he has had all kind of injuries. His body is worn down. He will not beat players like Alcaraz at US Open if they ever face each other, which I doubt that they will ever do it. And even a player like Djokovic, who actually Nadal leads Djokovic in the US Open head-to-head 2-1, but last time Nadal defeated Djokovic at US Open was 10 years ago in that 2013 US Open final. Many things has happened since then. Actually, that was Nadal's last victory over Novak Djokovic outside clay. So Nadal will not defeat players like Alcaraz and not Djokovic either. Neither of those two, Nadal, I don't think he will defeat them at US Open if they ever face each other, which is a big question mark if they ever will face each other again. Both Nadal and Djokovic and Nadal and Alcaraz. Nadal and Alcaraz, they have never faced each other at US Open. So Nadal will not win US Open either. So now we have only 1 tournament left. And you know that by now, which tournament it is left when it comes to majors. And that is French Open. The most dominant tennis player that we have ever seen in a tournament, man or female. Nobody has ever dominated a tournament like Nadal has done at French Open. He has played 115 matches there and only lost 3 and won 112 matches there. He has played 14 finals there and won all of his 14 finals, and he has never even played a 5-set match in those 14 French Open finals. 5-set match, I mean, he has never gone to the distance. He has won all his 14 French Open finals in 4 sets or straight sets. Will he ever win? Does Rafael Nadal has 1 left French Open title in him? This is a question that is difficult for me to answer. I'm much more confident in the other 3, Australian Open, Wimbledon and US Open, than that he will never win them again. French Open, I'm not as confident. Because you can never count out a beast, a Terminator, a tennis machine on clay like Rafael Nadal. It is not a coincidence why he has won French Open 14 times, because he's extremely, extremely difficult to beat there. But will he ever win French Open once more and make it to 15 French Open titles? I will say no. I'm not super confident in this one, but I will say no. Why? I just don't think that Nadal, as 38 years old, will move as good as he did to last year when he was 36, when he won his 14th French Open title. He was 36. Even with that one, when he won it, he actually played a 5-set battle with Felix Aliassime in the 4th round. So when a player like Felix can push him to 5 sets, which in the 2022 edition, the 4th round, then I definitely believe that a player like Alcaraz, not only pushing him to 5 sets, I believe he will even beat him So if Nadal and Alcaraz face each other at French Open next year, I think I will have Alcaraz as a favorite there. Then we have Djokovic, whom Nadal and Djokovic have faced each other at French Open 10 times. And Nadal, of course, he leads, he completely owns Djokovic at French Open, in the head-to-head at French Open with 8-2. But it is not like Djokovic doesn't stand a chance. He has defeated him, after all, 2 times. And don't come with the bullshit that Nadal has been injured, Rafa fans, because you just will make me really annoyed. And I don't want to be annoyed. I don't like to be annoyed. I'm actually I always try to be a nice guy. So don't come with the bullshit. Nadal was injured back in 2015 when Djokovic defeated him in the quarterfinals. And also when Djokovic 6 years later defeated him in the semifinals in the 2021 French Open edition. So don't come with that bullshit that he was injured and things like that. Don't come. I don't like bullshit talk, you know. I love, honestly, truthful talk. Bullshit talk, I really don't like it. I literally hate it. So it is not like Djokovic has not a chance against Nadal at French Open, but he for sure is of an underdog against Nadal at French Open. But he, after all, has defeated him 2 times out of 10 matches that they have played there. So I believe that Alcaraz is Nadal's biggest challenge at French Open, not Djokovic, because Alcaraz is, after all, the upcoming superstar in tennis. It is not Djokovic who is the upcoming superstar in tennis, and Alcaraz likes playing on clay more than what Djokovic likes playing on clay. And Alcaraz has that firepower, has that ultra aggressive style. He has the complete package. He can handle Nadal. He can go toe to toe with Nadal from the baseline. Nadal is 17 years older than Alcaraz. That should play a role, according to me. And Alcaraz will only be better and better. Alcaraz has never won French Open so far, but we all know that if he stays injury-free, Carlos Alcaraz, he will win not only one French Open, he will win multiple French Opens. He will never win as many French Opens as Nadal. Nobody will do. Nadal's French Open record with 14 titles, I believe that it is an unmatched record, and according to me, that is the biggest tennis record of all time, man or female. That maybe is the biggest record in sports, of all sports, all categories. To win a tournament, a tennis tournament, 14 times. Doesn't matter if it is a 500 class tournament, 250 class, or masters. Just doing that 14 times is just it is just out of this world. So look at a player like Federer, who won only 2 tournaments, double digit, and both of those tournaments were 500 class tournaments. He won Halle 10 times, he won Basel 10 times. Nadal has won a freaking Grand Slam tournament 14 times. So Alcaraz will never win as many French Opens as Nadal. Nobody will do, ever. But Alcaraz will for sure win multiple French Opens, and I think that he can already start next year. So if Alcaraz and Nadal face each other, and a 38 years old Nadal versus a 21 years old Alcaraz, I will fancy Alcaraz. And Alcaraz is not the only problem for Nadal. Djokovic can also be a problem for Nadal. Even though Djokovic will be 37 years old next year, both 2 old guys, Nadal 38, Djokovic 37, Djokovic can also beat Nadal. It is not an impossible thing. After all, he has defeated him 2 times at French Open. So Nadal's biggest threat at French Open is for sure Djokovic, and his absolute biggest threat, it is Alcaraz. Even more threat than Djokovic. And then we have Nadal's body. How will his body cope? Will his body be healthy enough? Will he be fresh enough and fit enough to be able to win one last French Open title? My answer will be no, but only the future will tell if I will be right or if I will be wrong. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, see you next time. Peace.